Hi, this is Inez Aldridge, and I'm shooting this short video today to address something that I think is really important because my husband and I are focusing on building a team with an internet company. A lot of people will say, oh, okay, is it one of those pyramid schemes? Is it one of those deals? In fact, we were shopping at Costco the other day and saw a friend of ours that we've known for about 10 years, and we told him that I had recently retired. He's like, wow, I'll be glad when I can retire, but the way it's going, he said he would have to work another 19 years before he could even think about retiring. So my husband asked him if he ever thought about network marketing. He goes, oh yeah, I tried one of those pyramid deals and it didn't work. So that kind of prompted a conversation between my husband and I, and we just felt a need to put something out to let people know the truth about network marketing, MLM, and whether it's a pyramid or not, because a lot of people ask about the whole pyramid scheme thing. The first thing I'd like people to know is that pyramids are illegal. There are illegal pyramids. The whole structure of a pyramid is one of the strongest in history, but we really won't go into that. Let's look at pyramids as far as how people look at it when you try to introduce them to a business opportunity. What people need to know is that in 1979, multi-level marketing or network marketing companies were ruled to be legal by the U.S. federal government. The government was involved in a lawsuit against another company, and this company had enough money to stay in court for 4 years, but at the end of that 4 years it was shown that they were in fact legal. Having said that, there are some things that have to be involved in order for your company to be considered legal and not an illegal pyramid. One of the things you have to look at is your structure. And structure involves a few things. One is your compensation plan. How does it pay you? Do you have to front load products and have a lot of products in your garage or at home that you're not going to use in order to get paid? The other thing is training. Do you get training that's legitimate that can show you how to do a business, or are you forced to buy training videos and DVDs and so forth and CDs from your uplines in order to get training? That is something that you want to avoid if you're looking for a good company. The other thing is you must have products or services that can be used by legitimate customers and products and services that customers will buy. The final thing is the activities that your company is involved in. If your company focuses on recruiting people and getting paid bonuses just for bringing people in when they don't get anything of value, you want to run from that company because that's a setup. One of the people that we really respect in this industry is Tim Sales. He's been involved in multi-level marketing for more than 2 decades. And we're going to include some information in this video from Tim Sales that will legitimize the industry and show you that it is a serious industry that you can really make serious money in. But again, you have to be sure that you've done your homework and select.
MLM is a legal business whereby an independent contractor or distributor or representative or associate, whatever your company calls it, of a parent company is compensated based on their sales of products or services, as well as the sales achieved by those they bring into the business. This is like many franchise companies where royalties are paid from the sales of the individual franchise operations to the franchisor as well as an area or regional manager. Okay? In a legitimate MLM company, commissions are earned only on the sale of the company's products or services. No money may be earned on recruiting alone. Alright, so while I was describing earlier about a pyramid scheme, and I was saying that it is that people are bringing people into the scheme, and there's no real product there. Okay, the big differentiation point is that there has to be a legitimate customer for the product. Okay? That is one of the big determining factors between an MLM company and an elevator company. Okay? Or a matrix is what they call it. Okay? So it has to be a legitimate product that a consumer actually wants. A pyramid scheme and how MLM differs from a pyramid scheme is that there is a legitimate product moving to the end consumer and there is no money paid for recruiting alone. If you bring somebody into the business and you receive a commission check because you brought them into the business, that is a pyramid. If you bring somebody into the business and they get a kit for $35, $50, $100, something like that, and there are no products in that kit, it is just nothing more than bringing somebody in and you get paid on it, then that is an illegal pyramid scheme. If you bring somebody into the business and they buy a kit and then they also want to buy products to try, then that is a legitimate or a legal MLM company. Okay? So the big difference there would be is that when you bring somebody into the business and they come in to buy products, and they should buy products, right? They should, because how else could a person know what they're going to actually be selling? Just the other day I was in a restaurant and I asked the person, is your lasagna good? And he said, I don't know, I've never tried it. And I thought, what? Well, if I ran a restaurant, there would be absolutely no way that I would put anybody as a waiter who hadn't tried all of the food. Okay? And in the same kind of a way, a person needs to use the product. The three main parts of multi-level marketing. Point number one, the MLM industry. The MLM industry was proven legal by the U.S. federal government in 1979. The MLM industry has also proven itself as a highly effective method of distributing a product or a service to consumers. The MLM industry is one of the 5 main methods of distributing a product or service. So whenever you're explaining network marketing to your prospect, what you have to, and especially if they've had a bad experience, or if they keep thinking that it's a scam, okay, you explain it to them using this document. Number one is the industry itself. You have to separate that. Because there is no debate. There was once upon a time, before 1979, that somebody could say that MLM was a pyramid scheme. But they cannot today. Because the federal government tried to sue Amway Corporation and prove that it was a pyramid scheme. And they failed. It took them 4 years trying to prove that MLM was pyramid. And they failed at trying to prove that. And so it was proven that it is a legitimate business. So no longer can people say, or even suggest, that MLM itself, as an industry, is illegal, because it's not. Or, because it is. People can't say that. People can't say that it's not. All right, let me go to point number 2. The MLM structure. And the structure of an MLM company is unique to each MLM company. The structure is made up of the product or service that the company has, the compensation plan that the company uses, and the training that the company delivers. Those are the 3 points that make up the MLM structure, or the MLM company structure. All right, so these 3 parts of structure, meaning product, compensation plan, and training, is what drives the activities of the distributors in a multi-level marketing company. Then, go to point number 3, the MLM activities. The activities of the distributors in the MLM company determines whether the company is operating legally and ethically. Legal and ethical activities include selling products to consumers that make their lives better, training new distributors so they get results, etc. Right? Okay, so now you can see that there are 3 main parts to MLM. Number 1 is not debatable at all. It's a legal industry. Number 2 is the structure itself. And that is that there are some companies out there that get into a legal industry called multi-level marketing, but the structure of their compensation plans is illegal. The product that they choose to use in that multi-level marketing company is not of any value outside of that network. And so therefore, that constitutes it for not being legal. And then the third thing is that the training itself. If the leaders are standing there telling you, just recruit people, just recruit people, we'll get customers later, then that activity itself, that becomes an activity that is not a legal and ethical one. And I'm not telling you that what you should turn around and do is go screaming at the company and saying that they're illegal. No, you, not your upline, you need to shift from any activities that you see that are unethical. Shift them yourself. In other words, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's a whole lot of people out there that have chosen to turn and attack the industry instead of helping the industry. I was one that happened to say, hey, you know what? This is an incredible industry, and it is. I want to help the industry. And so that's why I am asking you also.
Hopefully this will help you answer that question about is it a pyramid scheme, and if you're trying to bring someone into your business as a client or a partner, if they ask you if it's a pyramid, why not say yes? But it's a legitimate one, and it's one that pays. So until next time, this is Inez Aldridge. Thank you.